Hi, my name is Nathan, and I'm here with another Biggs Mobile Detailing video. Today we're going to be covering how to thoroughly clean the windows, exterior and interior of your vehicle. This is also covered in our blog at www.biggsmobile.com/blog or by checking the link in the description. Now, if you do like this content, please like and subscribe to our channel. It goes a long way into helping us create more of that content that you love. Now, let's hop right into it. Now, window cleaning is the part of detailing that is done poorly the most often. So we're gonna take our time and break this into sections, which you can skip to using the timestamps below. So first off, we're gonna be going over cleaning the windows ridges. Secondly, cleaning exterior windows, applying wax. Next, we'll be going over interior windows. And finally, we're going to be reviewing them to make sure that all those streaks are gone and those windows are looking perfecto. Now, let's jump right into it, shall we? Alright, so the first step to getting these windows looking perfect is you're going to roll down all of them and we're going to get the edges first. And the main thing why you want to do this first is, you get the edges done and then you don't have to move the windows up and down again, because there's sometimes moisture that's hiding underneath the windows. And if you roll back down, you'll have to go back over your work because it didn't have proper time to fully dry all that stuff out. So in the beginning, you don't have to get the whole window. You're just getting that edge that stays hidden from you when it's closed. And that way, when owner rolls down their window, they've got an immaculate looking windowsill. I wonder where it looks.
Oh, look
at that. Crystal clear. Yep, yeah, you just kind of do a tight grip around the edge, get both sides. On to the next. Alright, and then once the edges are finished up, you roll those windows up and we can start on the exteriors. Go! And you see you can see we already prepped these and steam cleaned the edges, got all that pollen and everything out. And so yeah, you're just gonna want to spray not too much solution on these windows, and you're gonna have a good rag. And most of the time that rag will do it for you, but you might need to get a dry rag somewhere in between once you start seeing more streaks than normal. Back windows are always some of the most grimiest, so feel free to put more product on than the other windows. Little to minimum streaks, and once you start seeing streaks pop up, that's when you get yourself a new rag, and those will come up, lift up easily. Windshields, sometimes you need to pull out the clay bar if stuff isn't coming off, but for the most part, if you're using a good window solution, majority of stuff will come off of these. Maybe a slight friction boost on some areas.
Get the corners, a lot of water buildup right here and stuff that the wipers can't get.
Yep. And then what I'll kind of do is lift up the, wiper with one hand and then get underneath it, get that nice and clean.
Oh, didn't get that back one right there.
Oh yeah, good eye.
Hey. You can just see it stand out.
Right.
Nothing.
That's one thing that's nice. You'll be able to easily tell what's clean and what's not.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, now since those exterior windows are all cleaned up, we're gonna go through with waxing them, and we'll show you how to do that. So you're gonna go 2 slight dips in there, and like perfect. Yeah, that's just the amount of wax that you're looking for. And you're gonna go streamline with the car. And picture how air moves past the car when it's in drive, and you're gonna wanna stay with that same track. And so you're just gonna wanna hit the windows, and you can get them all with the pad. And then remember not to come too close to the edges, because or else you don't want wax on the edges. That'll dry and it's very hard to get out. We'll do the back one too here.
Put a little bit more from the back here.
Yeah. Yep.
Or no, that'd be this way.
Yeah, yep. You had it right the first time. Got this. And remember, it doesn't have to be perfect in there because you're gonna come through with the buffer and you're gonna spread all that around to where it needs to be. Main thing is don't get globs and crevices.
Okay, nice and on there.
All right.
Microfiber.
Yep. Turn it to the buffing side. And you can see it's getting hazy on this first one we did, so this is ready to come off now. So the best way to get wax off is you go streamline, same way you put it on, and then you go opposite grain, and then you finish it with one more streamline. And you flip sides in between there, and that'll make sure there's no smudges at the end of it. And these things will be waterproof for up to 3 to 4 months, depending on what kind of wax you're putting on these. We use Easy Off Blue. It's a great product. In the sunlight, you can still put it on, and you can lower your sections down and be able to get it all off without it getting too gluey. And the good thing about waxing the windows is if there are any micro scratches or anything from keys or nails, this will buff them right on out and get them looking pristine once again.
Nice.
All right, up next we're going to be covering the interior of windows. So you're just going to want to douse the window, not too much, but just enough spray. And you're just going to wipe all that up. Try your best not to get it on the sides of the frames of the window or door jambs, panels, and that way you don't have to double back on your work. And you pull out your dry rag and come through and get all those little smudges out of there. Gonna look clean.
Nice.
Move on to the next one. And so since we've already gotten those edges up in the corners, you don't have to just dig your fingers in there. You can rest assured that you've done a good job on them, and let your work speak for itself at the final product. Windshields are always the most trickiest of the interior windows because you've got to move your body and hand in different forms to get into all the edges. And that's a big reason why windows is one of the most common things to poorly do in a detail, because it just takes such finesse, you know.
Exactly.
You go hard pressure with product, and then with the light dry cloth you go very light, and that's going to really help reduce streaks and smudges. Always best to do your windows after applying your leather conditioner, and that way you know that when you finish the windows everything has been dressed around it and there's no reason to get overspray on it anymore.
All right.
Very nice. And final, you want to review. Reviewing, you just gotta look at the window from all different angles and make sure that you got all those smudges out. As depending on how the light is hitting those windows, you're gonna have to look at it from different angles to make sure you got everything out. Nice. Around edges and windshield wipers is a very high spot to have those types of smudges or smears. It's looking good. Nice. Because because when morning shows up, you know, you've gotta make sure that in all light these windows are gonna be looking immaculate.
And that wax on the window will help a lot too.
Yep, that rain's gonna beat up. It's all hydrophilic. It's good stuff.
Yeah, right on. Check these ones out.
That's nice. Nice. Yeah, all those little imperfections will make one happy client.
Right.
Sick. So to recap, even the most veteran detailers can have difficult getting windows perfect. So here's some things to remember. Number one, make sure not to apply too much cleaning solution. You'll just be fighting more solution and those streaks are gonna come more than ever. Two, get creative with attacking difficult to reach areas with new positions. You know, don't be afraid, like windshields are very hard and need some special finagling to get done right. And three, reviewing for streaks in different positions and different views is very important, because as soon as it's daylight or morning, it's gonna highlight these smudges and smears. It's gonna look like shoddy work. So really make sure to get in there and check all those streaks and get those cleaned up.
Thanks for watching another Biggs Mobile video. If you enjoyed the video, please leave us a like below and subscribe to our channel. That one click truly goes a long way for us as a small business. And if you ever need your car detailed, just give us a call and we'll be there. Until then, we'll see you in the next video.